breaking news or whatever. They're on another one. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. Yeah. Gang, gang, emergency Zoom film at 11. Same 5 goons, same deranged obsession. This changes everything. Bro, it's page 47 of emotion they skin while half watching Yellowstone. Gang, gang, squinting at 8-point font like detectives. Zoom so far and the pixels are screaming for mercy. Look at this, timestamp 20, 22, my God. But they're yelling it like they just cracked Watergate. High five. Mike's been muted for 20 minutes, still barking. Circular logic, so a lot of time to seem impressive. Trust the plan, this is massive. Nah, fam, it's boilerplate and it's mid at best. Gang, gang. Self-appointed outrage squad patting each other like they personally ended corruption. Gang. Dropping bombshell tea that's been sitting in pizza since breakfast. Gang, gang. Moral high ground speed run, they'll flip the script the second it's convenient. Gang. Same PowerPoint presentation, new day, same brain dead narration. Gang, gang. We're not obsessed, we're just passionate. 3-hour living yesterday's hoodie, passion in my ass. Why is he even breathing right now? Says the guy refreshing notifications every 14 seconds. Gang, gang. Playing lawyer on God mode, reading comprehension. Stuck in elementary, confidence in the stratosphere. Case dismissed. It's screaming to the void. Motion still pending, but go off, I guess.
Disagree? Obviously a paid shill. Actually read the file in deep state plan. Laugh at them, you're clearly compromised too. Exist in the same zip code. Suspicious behavior, notify the group chat.
Gang, 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 gang. Tighter circle, smaller brain. Gang, gang. Echo chamber finally running out of oxygen. Gang, gang. Yeah. Gang, gang, acting the actual judge like it's group chat. Replay all meltdowns, labeled just asking questions. Got warned by the core once, that was a suggestion. Still yeeted the same screed like it's strictly trash talk. Gang, gang, we're above all this drama. While screenshotting, they on meltdown for content. Preaching peace and love while actively baiting bears. And fake shock when the bear finally bites back. How could this happen? Gang, gang. Synchronized tantrum hours. 5 tabs open, all the same screenshot. Different zoom levels, gang, gang. Premature victory lap over legal language, still can't pause. Gang, gang. Standing 10 toes on business until tomorrow's violence and I'm scrambling again. Gang, gang. Hype the claim to the moon, then ghost the chat when it ages like milk. Gang, gang. Gang, 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 gang. Gang, gang. Refresh. Gang, gang. Gang, 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 gang. See y'all same time tomorrow. Gang, gang. Don't be late.
Good evening, everybody. Wow. Hey, Ben, how you doing? Oh my gosh, the craziness that happened last night. And of course, I get up this morning, I pull up, the wonderful transcript, and I was just like, what in the hell are they talking about? So then I pull up these images and I'm like, oh my God, they decided to make some like little bushes or something like that. I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me. These guys are idiots. Oh my gosh. Oh, Wes and Bama, how you doing? 11 months of membership. You know it, Wes, because you love it.
Welcome to the shit show. Every single
just for
day,
you, brother.
A new flavor of fuckery, cause everybody sucks. You see in their dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, bullshit, Tuesday, bullshit, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, vulgar, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
So beautiful. Yes. Yeah, that is absolutely crazy. 11 months and 14 months. And hello, Just Dawn. Good to see you. How's my favorite ginger? Ah, yes. Soulless as always. Yeah, I see this post come up and I'm like, what the hell are they talking about? And I pull it up and I'm just like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Like they're trying to compare, the people that have been covering the story on Jeremy Hales as to being some tree, an old tree. And then, of course, then they put out their little bush or whatever the hell that was. And it was like, oh, there's only these few people. It's like, no, it's these few people that are out there like causing problems and grifting money. off of an old woman. These are ex-cons, you know, that caused all kinds of issues with the federal government that got thrown them in the pen. I mean, you just scratch your head and go, really? So you surrounded yourself with a whole bunch of criminals that have done some really bad stuff, and you want to compare yourself to the people that are surrounding, that Jeremy's surrounded himself, which are these really kind people that have done so much just for, I mean, it's a felon tree. There you go, Walrus Hunter. It is a felon tree. That must be what it is. Not a fallen tree, but a felon tree. Janice, good to see ya. Oh my gosh, happy. How are you? Ah, yes. Hello, Jack. How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. So tonight we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We're gonna watch a little bit of these old Squishy's Gardener, and maybe some other stuff that comes up. We've got one, and I almost forgot about it, that someone had sent me, and let me get that thing, because it was absolutely wonderful, and it's a little bit long, it's a little disturbing, and the outcome of it is quite crazy. Whenever they set that in there, and we might even pull up Lynette's stupid video, because it is hilarious. Because somebody had sent me one, and I was like, ooh, this is really good. And yeah, it's this one here. And let me copy that, because that one was copy link, copy link address. And let me pull that in there, because that is going to be crazy. I'm going to pull that on a different tab. Paste and go to, and we're going to pause it there. Yeah, because it is an absolute insane one. Whenever I saw it, I was like, whoa. And I was going to show that on Friday's stream, because, you know, I do a Friday stream. Hey, Venom. Sandra, how you doing, Drury? Sandra Drury, Stacy, how you? A little Miss Red Velvet OG. Need another 100 thumbs ups? Done. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate you. Yeah, we're seeing if we get this thing going. Hey, Wolfgang, how you doing? Good to see you. Elemental P, the voice of the nefarious. It is so bad. It is so bad. And the things that she's yammering about is even worse, I think. Star Z, how you doing? Yeah. Let's give this first one an interesting one. And whenever I saw this, I was like, oh my God, did Paint Chip shave his head? It is so hilarious, because this person is trying to sue Meta. Hey, Denise, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. And we might even pull up their tree, because I think somebody has redone that to make it just look so much better. And I may have to show that to you guys. Let's see if I've got it. And I think I do. And save. Oh, open it up in a new tab, and we'll pull it over here, because this is pretty cool. I wanted to show this to you guys. It is pretty awesome. Here we go. And this one is from the wonderful Roku Mama, and check that out. Look at that. She's got the raccoon, the honey badger, all the names up there, and it's just wonderful. It was wonderful. I think she did a good job on it. Look at that. That looks so inviting. Like, don't you want to come hang out with a couple of feral creatures? Mug raid incoming soon. Welcome, Trish. Awesome. Mug is awesome. Hey, Kiwi Crypt Keeper. That fleece tree is one damn strong tree holding up all that extra anti-hail's weight. No, it's a bush. It's the bush of tooth. It's the bush of tooth. The tooth twee. I thought this was pretty good. And shout out to Rogue Mama. She does wonderful work on those. I think it's absolutely wonderful. Oh yeah. Here. And somebody sent me this one here. This is pretty cool. Let me show this to you. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. So, what do you guys make of this? Oh, yeah. What is this? Oh, it says my blessing box is up and full. Otter Creek residents in need may help themselves. So, isn't it interesting that they would put something like that out there? Hey, thank you, Max. I appreciate that. That came in from Max Labs. Yeah, there's her blessing box right there. So it seems like, she's putting these things out there for people, and how, it appears to me that they might have just been a fan just to go see exactly what was going on there with this blessing box, and maybe that's what they thought it was. I mean, she's saying, well, they were doing criminal things, and then she turns around and says, we were doing nothing nefarious. I was like, what? I was like, are you sure? Because nobody can really tell. Nobody can really tell. What are you doing that's not nefarious? I mean, they could be. Wow. This is crazy. This is so crazy. Oh my gosh, this is even better. I like this. Yeah. Let me see here. And we'll open this in a new tab. We'll show you even a better one. It's a much better one. Got it. Let's see here. Do we have it? I think we do. This one right here. Oh yeah, look at that. You got the pears hanging up here on the tree. They're all hanging around with J-Hip, little pear-headed bastard. And then of course you got the bush of the sanctimonious bush down here. And what am I doing? Doggone it. Roku Mama. Doing nothing wrong because we're high. Megan zoomed in on her right wrist and she's got some new ink. I don't know. She might. I mean, it is hard to tell from that. I mean, I would be guessing with that. And I think what I'll do is I'll show you this one first, because it is about a 16-minute video clip, but it is absolutely insane. And I want you guys to sort of see this. This is absolutely crazy stuff. All right, here we go. So.
In the basement. I don't know if actually.
Yes, there actually is a woman chained up in a house. Officers from the Louisville Metro Police Department in Kentucky are dispatched to a neighborhood after a 911 caller reports a woman chained at the neck, yelling for help from a broken window of a house. As officers arrive at the location, they have no idea how fateful their actions would soon be, as the full story plays out on their body cams.
Pretty good now? Yeah. I got a bunch of loot. Yeah, it's...
Yeah.
What's up?
Kicking that door down.
That was hard. Which window she kick out? Huh? Which window she kick out? No window to kick out. Hang on one second. Which window she at? Where?
and I don't want to give out who sent this to me just in case. I'll use their initials. It's RF. Thank you very much, RF, for sending me this. This was really good, and it's sort of heartbreaking. Yeah, Dinah's mom. So if you're in chat, RF, thank you very much, because this is really good. Yeah, this one is so crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So thank you, RF, for sending that. That's really good. I thought it was your kink video. No, Venom, I don't have you being a geek. You know, like if you ever read the book Geek Squad, not Geek Squad, but the Geek Show, you'd understand. I know. See, Venom used to work at a geek show. That's where they bite the heads off chickens. That's what a geek is. I've seen this one. It happened in DUI guy's area. Wonder if he was, I mean, sort of in his area, but not really. I mean, it's crazy.
213 Baker to radio. Be advised, we do see a female chained up at the top window. We're trying to make entry, but there's something barricading the door.
Ooh. Yeah, you're getting in that.
Yeah, this board's there too. He's boarded up everything. Everything's boarded up. Hold the back and you want to hold the back of the front? I'll hold the back. Yeah, fire's on the way. The ladder was on the side. There should be a ladder on the side. There you go. You want to get up there? Or we'll climb through the window. They nailed everything shut. Well, we got this though. Try to keep the door in, but everything is boarded up. You want to go first? Like this. Is anybody else in there? He did what? Is he Hispanic? Hey, there's a Hispanic male down the street with his friend. That might be who it is.
He's got long hair.
Long hair on the top, on the sides.
Yeah, he's got long hair.
Where's the key?
I know he's got it on his feet.
It's so awful, so sad.
But there's no one else in here, right?
No, you can check.
That's right.
Is it just you in here? No female?
That's right. Trish Jack's mom. That's right.
All right, we got fire coming, so give us a second, okay?
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Anytime you do the right thing.
You can check everything. There's nobody else.
So is he a clean cut Hispanic male?
He is, yeah. He's
down the street.
Hair. He's got long hair. He's kind of big.
Huh? Yeah, let's clear real quick. Make sure.
So all we got is kittens. He's got very fine kittens. So I'll check them.
Wow, what a mess. Hatchet.
Here we go. Hold it on her neck so it don't break it.
Yeah, you ain't gonna cut through that with a hatchet.
There we go.
Oh, that sucks, kiddos. Get feeling better.
Does he have any firearms?
No, I don't think so.
North 33rd and Portland Plaza.
It's not machine gun. It's like a very much.
What's this for?
Gets me to dance niggas for me. I want to change my else. I'm doing for it.
I think fire is good.
Hey, President Chief, I'll be on a T-Line, 537 South 3rd Street.
There we go.
203.
Thank you so much.
You want to try to make exit through the truck?
He's got the side door locked. You have to get in and get out.
Can you get out?
Yeah, I don't have a key to get out. You have to have a key to get in.
213 Baker. We got her in chain. We're gonna try to come out to the front.
The front door is
man.
well, you can't open it. He's got it locked.
Oh, you screwed it in.
He's got screwdrivers in this other room. It's locked. In the kitchen to the left.
Nobody's in the basement, right?
No, nobody's here.
3 Baker, are you on the other side of the front door?
10-4.
This room is locked. He won't never let me in there. You have to have a key to get in.
Yeah, I got fire out here.
Hey, why is Steve
It looks like they got the front door and all the doors down there nailed shut.
not that impressed? Taking me years so
You're
far
fine. We're
around
here
them.
now, okay? We're gonna get you out of here.
Sorry.
Don't say sorry for nothing.
Went into this trap.
You need fire to force this door.
10-4. We're clear of it. We can go ahead and force it.
You bust that door.
All right, let's go in here real quick, okay? That's fire. They're forcing the door open for us.
He called me on the phone. He's like, I can see this lady. She's chained up. I was like, I'll be right there.
Watch that, man. Okay. Come on now.
Hey, did y'all clear the house?
Yeah, we cleared it. The only thing locked still is the basement door right here. She said nobody else is in here.
And the last door right there, it keeps locked.
Hey, Randy, grab the bolt cutters, please.
Who did this?
No,
Are you hurt? You need EMS or anything?
I just went out of here.
Okay. You want to sit out here on the porch? Okay.
You do like a little blockade so everybody's not getting videos of her. Just block what your body is. I don't want everybody to see her.
How long you had that on around your neck?
4 hours, maybe 5. We have a one-year-old daughter together.
Where's she at?
My aunt has custody of her.
Okay.
And that's why he's always fighting with me. Because they wouldn't let her go home to this house. He said, you're not going nowhere this time. He said, you're going to do it nicely or we're going to do it the hard way. When he left, I tried getting it off the floor. I got close enough to the window. I broke the window and yelled at the neighbors.
Just hold really still real fast. You want to go like 30 feet?
Might be easier to cut the link on the chain. What kind of car does he drive?
He don't have a car. He was with his friends, but I don't know. They picked him up in the back to take something back to Lowe's.
What's his name?
Moses.
Moses?
Last name May. He's a stocky guy. He's got 2 tattoos of his daughter and son's name on his chest and a scorpio right here on his arm. He's got hair like down to his shoulders.
How long y'all been together?
We've been together for 3-4 years.
Y'all have kids together?
We have 1 daughter.
You said you don't need EMS?
No, I don't need it.
Yeah. No, you're not sorry for nothing.
And y'all cleared the house? Good.
I mean, yeah, we can go back again to double check.
Let's run another search just to make sure.
Like 10 kittens.
Is there dead ones around?
No, but
Because there's like some death smelling over
I
here.
know. I told him to take care of him, and there's already 3 missing. I don't know if he killed them or what.
Oh, man.
I got
Crazy.
crazy. Police.
It sucks. He's walking into the situation not knowing what the hell's going on.
I'm wondering why all these are nailed shut. Yeah, a lot of these doors are nailed shut. We really can't do nothing with them.
Do you have a gun or anything? Any kind of weapons?
He had a knife.
A knife?
He always has either an axe or a machete. He cut my hair with a machete.
When did you do that?
The 3 nights ago, that's why I left him in the first place. It
And then
was
she
all the
came
way
back.
back here.
Should I take a picture? Yeah, on the floor or whatever. It shows what
Chained up right here.
Yeah. That's the chain right there. Or that's where it was connected to.
Did she rip herself off of it, or did
No, we had to hit it with this axe.
Dang. I guess that's the window she broke out. Yeah.
Good for her. It makes you wonder, like downstairs though. Hopefully no one else is in here. Did you want a water?
No, please.
Yeah, I'll be right back, okay? So the only rooms we couldn't clear is he has a room upstairs, a door nailed shut. He's got a basement door nailed shut, and he's got a back room door nailed shut also.
Why he had all these rooms nailed shut?
No tattoos on his face, but he's got one. It's a Scorpio right here.
Yeah, she's doing okay. We can go ahead and leave everything like it is. It's a crime scene right now. So where do you live?
It's a crime scene.
But do you live here?
No, I live at the corner.
I mean,
No, she's been staying with me. She stayed with me last night.
She's fine. Do you know what the mail looks like?
Mexican,
Long
long hair.
Is it plain cut or is it just long?
I really don't look at him too hard
you're good.
because I think he's ugly.
Oh, you're fine, you're
Be careful because he's got a brand new machete. He always carries a machete, but I don't know if it's here.
Did he hit you or anything? Is he?
He smacked me in my face.
And you've been here for, you said,
3 years.
yeah, but you said you left.
Yeah, I left a couple days ago when he cut my hair off.
When did you come back?
I come back because I seen him riding today.
Today? You came back today?
Yeah, I seen him riding his bike and he stopped me. He was like, will you please just come clean up the rooms and I'll pay you. I was like, okay, but I don't want to fight.
Okay.
He was like, I promise I'm not going to hurt you. I said, okay. As soon as I came in, he smacked me. He locked the door with the key and I knew. As soon as he locked the door with the key, that he wasn't going to let me go.
Okay. This second story window right here.
Okay, so it was open and she was just...
Yeah, she was able to get close enough to the window and push the glass out. And she was hollering for help. And this lady, I think, that's getting out of this Kia, yeah, actually the little girl heard her hollering. Okay. She's like, Granny, that lady's yelling for help. She got a chain around her neck. She's actually the one that called 911.
I guess they live there?
Yeah, they live right there. But I got her name and phone number.
Well, they never noticed
After 2
this?
days of round-the-clock covert surveillance, detectives radio to patrol officers that the suspect has returned to the house. That's when patrol officers pull up to the location and find a red truck with 2 men inside, with one of them matching the description of the suspect.
What's your location?
I'll go talk to you. Hold on. Will you give my location? Yeah.
Okay, it's in right there.
Let me talk to you, man. Grab the other guy, too.
Hey, put your hands on top of your head. Put your hands on top of your head, boss.
We just talk with that.
All right, stand by.
We have to go Monday.
Stop.
What are you doing?
You're just being detained right now.
Detained for what?
You're just being detained, all right? You're not under arrest. Any weapons on you, boss?
We just thought we're going Monday.
219, 1545.
All right, that's fine, man. Just hang out, all right?
Okay.
Sit on the my card.
Okay. Was it your doctor today, sir?
Is it me that you talked to?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no, because I don't care.
He gave me his card and I go look for him and talk to him and tell him to turn himself in. And he called him and talked to him. And he promised to go Monday to turn himself in. So what is all this harassment for?
Oh, it's not
It's called doing our job. You're being detained right now, and as soon as this is all figured out, if you're not in any kind of trouble, the handcuffs will be taken off. You're not being harassed.
Okay, but that's not nice. I don't like it.
Sit down.
Okay, hold on.
All right, who is that?
Jonah.
Who's Jonah?
The girl that was held hostage.
Okay. Hey, Jonah, how are you? This is Austin Clemens.
You're not on speaker, baby, so you gotta hold up.
Jonah, can you describe the suspect for me real quick? All right, is he Hispanic?
Yeah, that's him.
That's the suspect?
That's him. I know him. I've
All right,
seen him.
we'll give you a call here shortly, Jonah.
1942.
All right, boss. What's your last name? Moses. First name is Moses.
He's going to turn himself in on Monday. Yeah, of course.
E-S?
No. I mean.
It's just you and your girlfriend that live there?
Yes, no, I think we can get
Your girlfriend in there?
No, what she the drama thing.
Drama things, what do you mean?
Like for the changing thing, but that was not really happy. Just because she not get what she want for money.
Oh, you're saying that what she's telling the police.
Yeah, it's not
drama.
Yeah, it's drama. Yeah, because now for real what happened.
Hey, you go with this dude?
Being dramatic and change yourself.
You have to train me up on that, brother.
Back to the academy for this guy.
Upside down. We just started heading over here to see if we can find him.
That's the window that she broke out. I don't think it was just her neck. I think he had her like a chain around her neck and a chain down on the ground, like a fighting dog almost.
The suspect was identified as 36-year-old Moises May. After obtaining a search warrant, officers were able to fully clear the house and confirm there were no other human victims inside. However, while
And this is really important. The police noticed entire house was a makeshift confinement area. Yeah.
While clearing the house, police noticed that the entire house was essentially a makeshift confinement area. There was a significant amount of work that was done to the entire house, including barricaded doors that were screwed in, boarded up and bolted windows, and a front door that used a double-cylinder deadbolt, meaning it required a key from both sides, and it was later confirmed that Moises had the one and only key. The chain used on the victim was also attached to the floor with heavy-duty hardware.
Well, it didn't look like heavy-duty hardware, not simply wrapped around something. Well, I mean, it looked like he put a bolt in there. Premeditated? Yeah.
Rather than just wrapped around something. These details suggest that there was some planning involved to the incident, which is important in determining premeditation. After his arrest, Moises told police that the victim, Jonah, actually chained herself up because she couldn't stop cheating on him. Jonah told police that Moises threatened to kill her if she left him or went to police, and that he continuously threatened and assaulted her to keep control over her. An interview right after Jonah was rescued shows her immediate response to the situation.
He made me strip naked, and he put a chain around my neck, and then he called his friend. He said, I gotta go take this equipment back to Lowe's. When I come back, I'm gonna kill you. It's hard when you think you know somebody and you don't. I just want to see him get in jail. I want justice. I want my daughter to be okay.
Moises was initially charged with felony kidnapping, felony intimidating a participant in the legal process, felony first-degree wanton endangerment, assault, terroristic threatening, and harassment with physical contact. He would later...
But it gets worse, because he's going to get more charges thrown on top of it. And wait until you see what the outcome of this craziness is.
Have extremely serious charges added, however, as Jonah went on to tell investigators that Moises forced and coerced her to engage in commercial sex acts with other men. She said he arranged 5 of these encounters in exchange for money. This new information, combined with the high likelihood of premeditation due to the house being rigged up as a makeshift confinement area, led to prosecutors additionally charging Moises with 5 counts of felony human trafficking. This case eventually went to a jury trial in Jefferson County, Kentucky, which prosecutors said was the county's first ever human trafficking case to go to a jury trial. Theoretically, the maximum sentence Moises could be given based on all of his charges is 75 years in prison.
Let's see, that 75 years in prison is what he could be given based on all of his charges.
However, after deliberation, the jury found Moises guilty on all charges and recommended the judge sentence him to 35 years in prison for his actions. The judge later sentenced Moises to 30 years in prison with the eligibility for parole after serving 20% of his sentence, which is 6 years, and passed.
Imagine that. Yeah, he's going to be out in 6 years after doing that. He's going to be he's eligible for parole in 6 years. Hey, knock it off, Lur. How you doing? Just checking in, Shizzy. You're getting pretty frisky. Good to see you. Oh, Sadashias, how are you this evening? Get rid of that judge. No, that it is worse than that.
Years. Kentucky law used to require a person convicted of a Class B felony to serve at least 85% of their imposed sentence before being eligible for parole, meaning Moises's kidnapping charge, which is a Class B felony, would normally enact this 85% rule. However, this statute was recently revised in 2024. Now, a Class B felony must involve the death or serious physical injury to the victim. Because Jonah was found alive with no serious physical injury, it allowed Moises to be eligible for parole after serving just 20% of his imposed sentence. Moises will be 44 years old when he is eligible for parole in 2031.
That right there is sad, folks. Yeah, Wood Chipper Nation. If that was my daughter, what is an unboard day week? What in the hell is wrong with these damn judges? I mean, that is always the question. I mean, what are these judges thinking whenever they see how bad this is? And he says, "Oh, we'll just give him 30 years." Celebrates 9 months of membership. What a screwed system. Thank you for your 9 months of membership, Calvin. I appreciate you. 20%. Oh no, that's just horrible. Yeah. So he can get out in 2061 and do all kinds of nefarious acts if he so desires. And hopefully he's on probation long enough that they can keep an eye on him and he doesn't do anything crazy. Crazy things are bound. Like this next one we've got for you. When the next one we got for you is pretty crazy too. This is thanks to the wonderful Old Squishy Gardner. Old Squishy is absolutely wonderful, and enjoy the content that Old Squishy puts out. And if you haven't subbed up, Old Squishy is definitely someone you want to get notifications turned on with, because it'll put a little more faith back into the system for you here.
I contacted the Washington State Attorney's Office, and you can look at 4B. There's a file number in there. I'm basically trying to get involved.
Good night, Mary Boyle.
I contacted members of Congress, House Oversight Committee platforms. That's in 4C and 4C1. And I also spoke with chat agents on Instagram.
All right, now we've got next in line, we've got Ms. Vasquez for Meta Platforms. So where I'm at is, it looks like Mr. Hassan is claiming an amount of $10,000.
He misspelled this. The age-old question: can you win any damages in court when your Facebook pages get deleted? I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Owed on December 13th, 2025. Based on the claim, it indicates damages associated with, and there's some other comments, but it's summarizing damages associated with a wrongful account disablement that led to some loss of economic access and economic harm. In response to that, Meta Platforms uploaded a terms of use policy that I'm sure we'll get some comments about from Ms. Vasquez. So that's what I've been able to view from the file. So with that in mind, Mr. Hassan, if you could please raise your right hand. Okay, so you can walk through these. These weren't in the file as of yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to review these.
Okay, that's fine. I'll basically just go over it again. My name is Mo Hassan. I'm the plaintiff in this matter, and I'm bringing the small claims case against Meta Platforms regarding the permanent disablement of 2 Instagram accounts that I owned and operated. The case is not.
Well, and let me pause there, Mr. Hassan. So the court received this today. When did you file it?
December 30th.
Okay. Okay. And then Ms. Vasquez, the document, so Mr. Hassan here has uploaded a number of documents. Is that something that did you get this before today? Are these documents you've been able to review?
I think we saw that Mr. Hassan sent something today, and we were able to look at it.
So again, this case is not about basically politics, ideology, or forcing me to host its concepts, about procedural inconsistencies, lack of transparency, and economic harm caused when large platforms like Meta basically can't follow their own standard frameworks. The reason I'm mentioning this is because I have several different accounts that I operate on Mo Wandering, which was established back in December of 2012. That's a public account focused on international travel. It's got over 9,000 followers. You can see that on Exhibit 1A. 1A1 and 1A2. That account is in good standing. Anyone can basically see it. There's no limits to the Instagram reach, and it's followed by minors because it hosts travel photos. That account is currently active on Facebook. Nomadic Husker was established in September of 2018. It's a private account that I basically use for international travel, but only for family that don't want other people to see that. That account is also active on Instagram. Husker Softball Network, that was established February of 2025, a little over a year ago. That is a public account focused on women's collegiate softball, followed by the Nebraska head coach herself and several players on the team. That account is currently active on Instagram and Facebook. Sports Couch Potato is a private account that I use for everything else to basically communicate with crews and stuff like that. And then Chasing Volleyballs is another.
Did I appear grumpy? What did you do? I don't think I'm grumpy at all. I'm still in a great mood. I've been having a beautiful, beautiful day. I've been happy as a pig in shit.
Their account that I also use for my own private use. Both of those 2 accounts that I mentioned, Sports Couch Potato and Chasing Volleyballs, those are all active on the account. Husker Volleyball Network is the one I'm talking about here. That was established in January of 2025. That focused on women's indoor volleyball. It had 11,500 followers at the time that it was disabled. It was tied to my Mo Wandering account, which again, like I said, it was established almost a little over 13 years ago. And it's also tied to my Facebook account, which has 80,000 followers on it. That's Exhibit 1, if you look at that, and Exhibit 1B. So the other account that it was
You may
disabled.
want to, just so everyone can hear you,
Sure.
the black
Oh, sorry.
box there, that's the microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It's just when it's covered, it's sometimes hard to hear. Good.
The other account that made it disabled that I'm seeking damages for is Beach Volleyball Network. That was both focused on women's collegiate volleyball with 1,100 followers at the time of disabling. That's Exhibit 1C. Both accounts, Husker Volleyball Network and Beach Volleyball Network, published content exclusively related to women's volleyball, female athletes empowerment, recruiting visibility, and coverage of collegiate and USA indoor and beach volleyball. They served as an informational and promotional platform supporting women's sports. These accounts never ever contain any sexual content, graphic content, violent content, hate content, or political content. They were followed by several dozen Division I coaches, including Jamie Morrison, who just won the national title in collegiate volleyball, which I attended in Kansas City, Missouri, in December. It was also followed by several hundred Division I athletes, including players on Team USA women's national team. Some of the nation's top volleyball clubs, Legacy Volleyball, that won the national title for under 14, under 16 girls last year, along with Arizona Storm, who won the national title under 18. And I also collaborated with both of those clubs on several posts, along with high-profile powerhouses like TAV, SSCV, My Tribe Volleyball, NorCal Volleyball, etc. It was also followed by Love B, the co-founder Kevin Wong, who runs basically the Love B Professional Women's Volleyball League. He was following that, one of the co-founders. Media sports organizations like American Volleyball Network, Volleyball Magazine, Volleyball World USA, all of these accounts have over 100,000 followers, which I've collaborated with them on post. These media organizations collaborate with me and other organizations like the NCAA and FIVB, which is the governing body of collegiate and international sports. It was followed by AVCA, the American Volleyball Coaches Association, which I had shared collaboration posts with, recognizing Culture of the Year, High School Player of the Year. It was followed by PrepDig, the largest national recruiting website in the country, which I had collaboration posts on recognizing top high school talent in the country. It was followed by Under Armour itself, the actual.
Well, and what he's trying to do is show that, you know, there's a lot of people that follow this. I understand. Get to your point.
Brand, which hosts the yearly high school girls all-star, including their event organizer, Viva Blackman, who's one of my followers, which I had a few collaboration posts with her and videos leading up to the game in December before Meta disabled the account. This does not include any of the minors between.
Well, and you know, you have to understand, he probably runs a business off of there. I don't think there's anything wrong with what he's doing, but I want to hear why he got these channels removed. I mean, you know, he may just be a big sports fan, and he's trying to promote, you know, the different various organizations out there, and probably, you know, because he collaborates with them and he has, you know, a substantial amount of followers on these particular things, that, you know, he's wanting to get it out there. So I'm curious what Meta has to say about this, you know, because they're probably going to lay down the hammer.
13 and 18 involved in volleyball. I followed my account. Like I said, there was over 11,500 followers. Meta itself deemed my account safe for minors to follow without parental consent due to its content. You can see that in Exhibit 1-A2. If the court would find it helpful, I'm prepared to provide names and context of the accounts if they're restored or records are produced. However, because the accounts are disabled, I no longer have access to platform analytics or collaboration records. However, I can identify these relationships based on ongoing professional interactions that occurred prior to the disablement. If access is restored to my account, I can supplement this information. I know the court has no authority to order Meta to restore the accounts, which is why I'm seeking damages only. I've, since the Husker Volleyball Network account was disabled, created a backup account called Husker Volleyball Network, and I'm submitting screenshots of some of these followers that followed me under the disabled account.
What do you think? She's going to sit there and maybe write this down? Oh, the guy's trying to do a ban evasion. I wonder how that's going to work. He probably had another page that violated TUS, so they nuked everything in his name. Nope, that wouldn't have been what happened, because he already says that he has 3 or 4 other, you know, Facebook pages that are active that have not been disabled. Just these other ones have.
If you look at Exhibit 2A and 2A1, that's Jamie Morrison, the Texas A&M head coach. Exhibit 2B and 2BA, that's Jennifer Oldberg. She's the Ohio State head coach and the current AVCA president.
This doesn't matter.
Exhibit 2C and 2C1, that's Brian Rosen, the Creighton volleyball head coach who made the Final Four last year.
She looks bored.
Exhibit
with
2D
him.
and 2D1, Giovanni Malo, Oregon assistant head coach. Exhibit 2E is Maya Ogavugo, the top 2020 high school prospect in the nation. She follows the account. Exhibit 2F is Ayanna Watson. She's a member of Team USA national team and a current Pittsburgh University player who made the Final Four last season. Exhibit 2G is Layla Ostavar, member of Team USA national team and a current USC player. 2H is Legacy Volleyball, who won the national title in club for girls under 16 and 14. These, Your Honor, are just some of the examples of over the 11,500 followers that followed my account, not including Coach Danny Buswin-Kelly of Nebraska herself, because like I said, it's Nebraska Huskers. Just Kelly herself, which is the top program in the country that other teams try to strive to
Mr. Hassan, if I could just redirect you a bit. So I understand you're kind of, sounds like you're laying a groundwork for your accounts being followed by lots of folks and all this. Can you, if you're able to tie in your testimony to
I'm getting to the timeline
economic
disablement.
Okay, and the economic damage to that. Yeah, okay.
Timeline of the disablement. December the 12th, 2024, Exhibit 3A, if you look at that, Meta permanently disabled Husker Volleyball Network citing account integrity. I want you to keep that in mind. Without identifying any specific violation, 3A and 3A1. December 25, 24, Exhibit 1C, again, Meta permanently disabled Beach Volleyball Network, again citing account integrity without any explanation. No prior warnings were issued, no specific content was identified, no violation history was provided, no opportunity to correct or respond was offered before permanent disablement. I was informed that no further review was available and that my account data would be permanently disabled. I've made every good faith effort to resolve the issue, including opening multiple appeals. You can see that in 4A through 4A5. I contacted the Washington State Attorney's Office, and you can look at 4B. There's a file number in there. Basically, them trying to get involved. I contacted members of Congress, House Oversight Committee platforms. That's in 4C and 4C1. And I also spoke with chat agents on Instagram.
Body you didn't spam
the reason I
this
mentioned
shit?
this particular part here, Your Honor, this is why I'm seeking the economic damages. I received 2 phone calls from support agents, Exhibit 4D-12 and 4D-14.
Yeah, he's saying a lot, but
under
not
Exhibit
to the point.
4D-12, you can see I spent almost 30 minutes on the phone with an agent following, informing that the account was reviewed by AI systems. This is directly them telling me, not what I'm speculating. They were basically told me it was reviewed by AI systems at the time. No human review was ever conducted based on the agent's research into the disablement, even after I appealed it, and due to the fact that there was nothing they could do, told me the only recourse possibly to get the accounts restored was legal action. The chat agent is the one that's telling me to file legal action against Meta.
Well,
I informed the agent at the time it was always going to be my final option. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence to support the conversation other than a screenshot of the calls. But the Meta agent told me that they record all phone calls. The Meta should have a copy of that recording. They made multiple barriers to support the contact support. The only way you can actually get a hold of support is actually purchasing a membership.
Well,
so it cost me money to purchase that. There's where some of the economic damage.
Oh, so there it is. He was talking a lot. Yeah, he is talking quite a bit. No, what he wants to know is, you know, if you're actually running a business or you're just following all of these people and they're following you back, that's not getting any sort of monetary damages. He's like, he has a free Facebook account.
Is coming in from. The Meta subscription starts at $15 a month. That's a very basic one. Basically, all you can do is chat with an agent. If you want actual support, you have to pay the higher level.
Look at that. Meta charges $15 a month to be a member. But guess what? I only charge $2. Me and Squishy are like-minded here. It's only $2 to be a member here. Not too much either. The influence. Your spelling is still perfect for now. Just don't mix my name up wrong and undo the purposeful spoonerisms.
One which is $49.99 up to upwards of $4.99 for a subscription. So that's where some of the economic damage comes in.
That's it.
They've also obstructed data access obstruction. There's the economic damage right there. Meta publicly states that users can access and export their data. In practice, Meta allowed me to export data from my active Instagram account, but this would not allow me to download my information from all my collaborative posts from my disabled accounts. So the data export system does function. My credentials function. The obstruction only applies to disabled accounts. I I want to get back to the account integrity and platform inconsistency. Meta stated that the disablement was based on account integrity, specifically alleging that users may not bypass enforcement by creating new accounts. Neither one of these accounts were created to bypass any enforcement. Both accounts were almost a year old. My Facebook account is linked to my Instagram account, which makes look through Meta's own account center. That's
right now she's playing Candy Crush. She's just sitting there going, oh, Candy Crush. She's shopping on the Food Network or something. She's just like, I don't care. I really don't care. I know exactly how this is going to turn out.
Which has existed for over 13 years. If the alleged allegation was identity-based or user-based, the same enforcement would reasonably apply across all link platforms. All my Instagram accounts and my Facebook accounts and my pages would have been disabled. Instead, they targeted these two specific accounts.
What's he going on about? He's just going.
My link Facebook account and other pages, including Husker Volleyball Network on Facebook, has still remained active. Even though they disabled it on Instagram, it's still remaining active on Facebook. That's Exhibit 7B-E. No explanation was provided why this selective enforcement was applied, why they disabled it on Instagram but not on Facebook. That inconsistency raises a reasonable question regarding how Meta applies its account integrity policy and whether enforcement is applied uniformly or with adequate factual basis. Now, I gave Meta an opportunity to respond back to this. Like I said, this was filed in December of December 30th, 2025. Meta did not respond back to me until March the 10th. Stating that they need to know what these two accounts that I'm filing in the lawsuit. I sent them screenshots on March the 10th of the Husker Volleyball Network and the Facebook Beach Volleyball Network. If you look at Exhibit 11, you'll see that they went ahead and disabled an account called mattrule.rules. That was disabled the day after I sent them screenshots. It took them an entire week to respond back to me and saying the reason now that they're disabling the accounts is because of high-profile impersonation. Didn't bother to give me an idea what the impersonation was until last night when they sent me a screenshot showing what the profile was. Now, this account, sir, that they're talking about, map.rules.rules, that's a parody account. That's just a meme account. I'm sure you know what that is. If you look at the screenshot of the actual, let me go back to it here.
Yada, 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 yada. I should probably watch it.
If I may just take a minute to try and summarize where I think you're going.
Yeah.
Because I do want to make sure we have time to get over to Ms. Vasquez as well. Sure. So it sounds like you've got a number of these high profile accounts.
Mm-hmm.
They were removed or deleted, disabled, whatever the terminology is. You, according to the terms of use, you engaged with the help center, which kind of starts that process of disputing a deletion. And as part of that, accessing that help center to sort of make your case, you're saying you incurred some costs.
Correct.
And that's where that's from the economic damage comes from. Okay. And so now,
well, that's one of them.
Okay, that's one of them.
Yeah.
Oh. And then, so you paid for the services in order to go through the help center.
Correct.
To argue about the legitimacy. Okay. All right. And so at this point, what you're telling me is that some of your other cases, some of your other accounts were being deleted around this time.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Go ahead. I just want to make sure I was.
So on
I just want to make sure
on
I'm
December the 11th,
you.
they disabled the account mat.rule.rules, which is,
you know, and you have to wonder if is this judge thinking, let's see. I understand you want to go through this long soliloquy, but he summed it up. Like all of this guy's talking for the past, 15 minutes? The judge summed it up in about 30 seconds. And that's what he wants. It's a secret, but I heard MG. I heard MG law, but it could be Miss Shizzy. Maybe. Delete this, delete that, block that, and that. Oh, microwave's done. Yeah. Yeah, the judge was pretty straightforward and says, it sounds like you, where you're claiming you've got issues with is they deleted a couple of your accounts and you couldn't access the accounts. And that's where the monetary damages come from unless you paid them to be a member. That's the only way that you could access that information. Okay.
Like I said, it was a parody account. The whole purpose of that account was to basically just make fun of do you know who Matt Rule is?
No.
If you were to go on an Instagram account and you saw there's 2 followers on there, and the account specifically states in the bio, this account is to troll other people, would you take that account seriously?
No.
Exactly.
Okay.
So Meta is going to use that as an excuse as their only exhibit of why they disabled the account, because I'm going to read basically.
Well, so I do want to, though, I want to focus on, I understand there's a dispute around, you know, the deletion of the account.
Yeah.
You've talked about economic damages with respect to using the help center.
Correct.
You said that was some of them.
Correct. The other one is, in order for you to monetize on anything with Facebook, you have to have over 10,000 followers. That's where the economic damage is. Once you hit $10,000, you can monetize on Reels, on posts, on shared collaboration posts. Once you do that, you can.
Doesn't matter.
That's where the economic does. It took me almost an entire year to build that 10,000 base follower. Once you do that, you can monetize on that. That's where the economic damage comes in from. And that's what the Beach Volleyball Network was also targeting, because that same network, like I said, the same account had 1,100 followers.
Just don't care.
It only had been around for about 8 months. I was trying to get up to that 10,000 followers.
No, he wants
so I think so. If I can summarize again, then and then I do want to turn it over to Ms. Vasquez, and then we will come back to you, because I know there's more you want to say. So it sounds like, again, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm summarizing your argument here. You were attempting to, or had built up followers to that 10,000 amount in order to monetize on content.
Correct.
The Meta platform.
Because see, here's the thing, and YouTube is like this too. Okay. Now, say for instance, you create, and so imagine this: you're on Facebook, you create an account, you get your Facebook account. Actually, you have a Facebook account, even if you don't know it. Like think about this. If you know anybody that has ever been on Facebook, it's at one point in time, the way that Meta had, well, Facebook at the time had it set up, is so you could get in contact with all of your friends and keep in touch with them, is you would go through like your phone or your computer system and say, hey, you want to upload all of your friends, email addresses in here. And as soon as you did that, you created an account. Facebook got in a lot of trouble over this, because even if you don't have a Facebook account, there's one already sitting there waiting for you. That's what they did way back in the day. Oh, that's crazy as hell.
Move to disable or remove these accounts, you engaged the help center in order to dispute those being removed or deleted, and incurred some costs there.
Left turn.
And so now it sounds like you're articulating some reasons why you feel these accounts were deleted improperly. But the crux of the monetary issue here is that you're saying that if Meta platforms deleted your accounts improperly, then you're out monetizing
thousands of dollars. Correct.
Okay. All right.
Can I just read this last thing real quick? And
sure.
then I'll be done.
A couple moments.
Sure, but
like I said, Meta disabled my accounts, and they say the reason was account integrity, as reflected in my evidence. For the next 3 months, remained the only explanation provided. Now, just days before this hearing, Meta has submitted new claim into the docket alleging high-profile impersonation, which is that Matt Rule account, that Mimi account. This is an ex post facto justification, a rationale introduced after the fact to support a prior decision. If impersonation were truly a basis for the enforcement, it should have been identified at the time the accounts were disabled. It was not. I was never notified of the impersonation claim until last night, and I was not given any opportunity to respond to cure any alleged violation when it actually mattered as of last night. That latest admission to this docket is therefore pretextual, does not reflect the original basis for the enforcement, but instead appears to be a justification constructed after the fact. Additionally, Meta has not established a clear causal connection between my accounts and that particular account, because they had nothing to do with each other. Neither one of them linked to each other. Neither one of them mentioned each other. And the disabling of my separate accounts. The lack of nexus further undermines the credibility of their position. Even if Meta has discretion under its terms, that discretion must be exercised with procedural fairness.
Yes,
Here, the shifting rationale, lack of notice, and timing of this new claim deprived me of a meaningful opportunity to respond. Your Honor, the sequence of events shows inconsistency, lack of due process. And
the testimony you're about to provide is the truth and the whole truth.
Thank you. I just had Ms. Vasquez, time to wake up. Here we go.
Yes, I do.
Okay. And then just so you're aware of what I'm looking at too. So I have your exhibits up. So if your intent is to kind of walk me through some of the terms of use and things of that nature, you can give me PDF page numbers and I can follow. Yeah. So go ahead.
Okay, Miss Divine became
So,
a member.
Just some background from.
Thank you, Miss Divine, and most definitely.
Welcome to the shit show.
Miss Divine.
Every single day.
Yes. Love you,
A
Miss
new
Divine.
flavor of fuckery. Cause everybody's sucks to see and they're dumber than a bag of rocks. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 4 more days of increasingly stupid, ridiculous, ignorant, vulgar, dash, poppycock, bollocks, and fuckery.
Thank you, Miss Divine. And Miss Cynthia Fire Fairy, 24 months. Happy 2 years driving and lurking. Well, good to see you, Miss Cynthia Fire Fairy. It is a pleasure to have you. Yay, tune. Yes. We have fun over here.
Our end, the plaintiff is a user of Instagram, which is a free service that Meta owns and operates. As a condition of signing up for Instagram, just like any other user.
Ooh, I like that. Venomous says you'll have to come join me on my channel trying to set up a birthday stream to start Wednesday and continuing through the week. Well, we will see, because Wednesday is April Fool's Day. Are you just punking us? Shh, be very, very quiet. Elfie is hunting rabbits. Be quick before they multiply. It's gonna be bad in a baddest way.
User, the plaintiff agrees to the Instagram terms of use, which is a written contract that governs the plaintiff's use of Instagram, and this is our Exhibit A. So the plaintiff alleges that Meta wrongfully disabled their accounts. After receiving service of the plaintiff's complaint, Meta looked into the claim, but the plaintiff did not provide identifying account information in the initial claim. So we reached out by phone call and later received account information for 2 accounts, which was Husker VB Network and Beach VB Network. Through human review, we confirmed that it had disabled plaintiff's Instagram accounts because one of their accounts violated community standards for authentic identity representation by impersonating a high-profile individual, namely Nebraska football coach Matt Rule, through the Instagram account at matt.rule.rules. Meta is not liable for the $10,000 in damages that the plaintiff seeks because Meta's disablement of the plaintiff's account was justified under the Instagram terms of use, which bar the plaintiff's claims and specifically disclaim the damages that the plaintiff alleges.
Oh, so think about this. There is a particular Facebook page out there that was a fake Hales page. And they basically froze that account because they're investigating it. Now, just imagine what happens whenever they find out who ran that account. And if they remove that account, oh my. That means they'll remove their other account or accounts if they have them. That's going to be crazy. Wait, she's a lawyer for Meta? Yeah, she is a lawyer for Meta. Miss Vasquez is.
So now getting into the exhibits. Sorry, go ahead.
I think it would be helpful for me if you could point me to where in the terms of use you're saying Meta disclaims those types of damages.
Yes, sorry, we're getting into that.
Okay.
Yeah,
all
we're
right.
getting now.
Okay.
Start getting into all of our terms of use and whatnot. So first, Meta had the right to disable the plaintiff's Instagram account for violating the Instagram terms of use. So this would be at our Exhibit A, page 6 of 9, section 6. So under the Instagram terms of use, the plaintiff authorized Meta to remove any content if Meta believed it violated the terms of use, Meta's policies, or its community standards. The plaintiff also agreed that Meta could refuse to provide or stop providing Instagram to protect Meta's community or services, to mitigate Meta's risk or legal exposure, or if the plaintiff violated Meta's terms of use, policies, or community standards. Again, this is at page 6 of 9 at section 6. So now to jump over to Exhibit B, this would be our community standards for authentic identity representation at page 2 of 3. So the Instagram community standards for authentic identity representation in effect when Meta had disabled the plaintiff's account prohibited accounts that impersonate another person. The Meta policy on impersonation also states that if you intend to parody, express support for, or show interest in another person or business, you must make it clear to others that you do not represent and are not authorized to speak on behalf of that person or business. You should, at a minimum, ensure that the name, bio, and username of your additional profile make your intentions abundantly clear. This is our Exhibit D now at page 1. So into the specific violation, the plaintiff violated this community standard by creating a parody account of Nebraska football coach Matt Rule through the Instagram account at matt.rules, which did not follow Meta's guidelines. Therefore, Meta was justified in disabling this account. So this account was the source of the disablement for the other 2 linked accounts. And this account had the bio of Nebraska HC, so Nebraska head coach, with no attempt to assert that the account was not actually Nebraska head coach Matt Rule. Furthermore, a post made, which we submitted yesterday as Exhibit E, though I don't know if it was received. And we did share that with Mr. Hassan as well. But this would be a post made that shows a clear example of violating conduct, where the caption was, "I'm Matt Rule. Welcome to my Instagram page. I use this account when I want to troll people and can't use my official account. Believe me, I'm Matt Rule."
Oh.
So on Instagram, it's very obvious that you simply cannot state that you are another person because it will violate our guidelines.
Yep.
So the plaintiff claims that anyone would be able to tell that it's an account that's not actually him. However, again, our policy on impersonation is clear. You, as the Instagram user, have the responsibility to make it clear that you are not the person you are claiming to be. This post and the bio in no way establish that this is a parody account. This itself presents a legal risk for Meta as well, as we cannot allow a high-profile impersonating account to continue on our platforms.
Yes, yes, yes.
So the plaintiff also claims that, or the plaintiff suggests that this account was the last one to be disabled. However, this was actually the first to be disabled. So based on our investigation, the Instagram user matt.rules was disabled on September 11th, 2025. The Instagram user Husker VB Network was disabled on December 12th, 2025 for account integrity. And Instagram user Beach VB Network was disabled on December 25th, 2025 for account integrity. Now, just for context, linked accounts are not disabled until our team can positively confirm that the accounts are linked together. So that's why they wouldn't all be banned at once or disabled at once. And while investigating, our team may interact with the disabled account and can temporarily re-enable the accounts to review data. However, that doesn't mean that the account was wrongfully disabled. It just happens to be that our investigative team is going through the data. And this could explain the March 11th disablement notification, as our team was conducting their investigation at the time. So further, under Meta's account integrity policy, which is the main point in the plaintiff's claim, Meta reserves the right to disable accounts that are owned by the same person as the offending account. So this is at our Exhibit C at page 2.
That's what you want.
Although the plaintiff makes reference to the other accounts, these were rightfully disabled as well because they are linked to the offending account. The plaintiff's claims that we are shifting reasoning for disablement is incorrect. Meta uses account integrity notification as a catch-all sort of notification for certain violations, namely when an account has linked accounts and those are being disabled for violating. The volleyball accounts were disabled for being linked to a profile that violated our standards on high-profile impersonation, thus making the volleyball accounts disabled for integrity violations. So the plaintiff also claims that other accounts are linked to these accounts, but our team was not able to confidently link the referenced currently active accounts with the deactivated accounts. In fact, our team did not review the active accounts because we were unaware of them. They didn't appear to be linked to the disabled accounts or the violating account on our end. This could be for reasons of different emails or phone numbers or different signals on the other accounts, but we do make a good effort to make sure that we could confidently link offending accounts with other accounts. So next, Meta is not legally responsible for any interruptions in the plaintiff's access to Instagram. Under the Instagram terms of use, the plaintiff accepts Meta's disclaimer of any guarantee that Instagram would be safe, secure, and work perfectly all the time.
Oh yeah, that is interesting. Don't know. Don't really care too much what Lips is doing. I'm sure that she's up to something, but That's on her. That's on her. I personally don't care what she's up to. That's the beauty of being me. Is I don't have to be too concerned with what Lips is doing. Ever. But dude, they are aware now. Bye other accounts. Yeah. And that's the thing. If it is a possibility that that's what happened with Crazy. Uh-oh, troll alert. He admitted to being a troll to bot bosses. Not very gang of him. No. Not being very good. Yeah, he's screwed big time. I do respect how she's doing verbally though. Yeah, no, she's being absolutely spot on with this. Did you ever hear how many accounts LP or has or had? It was some crazy number. Oh yeah, I mean, that's the thing that, you know, a lot of these folks would create extra accounts so that they could follow themselves and boost up, so it looks like they have more than one person following them themselves or a good friend. So a lot of people create like multiple accounts and crap like that. Luckily, me being like the goofball that I am, I figured I'd just create an account and go on. I mean, I did create a second YouTube account, but it's tied to this one. I mean, it goes to the same email address, and that's my gaming channel. Whenever I actually do play games over there, which is not very often, so I don't really, you know, stress on that, you know, because it's basically just the same me just playing games. And then I have my personal account, which is just, you know, disabled. I mean, it's not really disabled. It's not active. You'll work on a birthday stream as you for the 15th. Ooh. Yeah, tech lawyer, she will be.
Time this is at page 7 of 9, section 7.3. And finally, the Instagram terms of use specifically disclaim the damages that the plaintiff seeks. So this would be Exhibit A, page 7 to 8 of 9, section 7.3. So under the Instagram terms of use, the plaintiff agreed to Meta's disclaimer of warranties to the fullest extent of the law and agreed to cap Meta's liability under the Facebook terms of service to the greater of $100 or the amount the plaintiff paid to Meta in the past 12 months. And also agreed to Meta's specific disclaimer of liability for lost profits, revenues, information or data, and consequential, special, indirect, exemplary, punitive, or incidental damages.
So think about this. You create a meta account. You know, the disclaimer that you never read through, the big long legal sheet of everything that you're agreeing to that nobody ever reads. Yeah. That right there. Should have probably read those. Because, you know, it's like any other business. What does it say in those terms of service? Well, you can't get any more than $100 or whatever your cost was for the past year. And this probably could have gone to arbitration.
Here, the plaintiff's consequential damages for economic harm are disclaimed. So the Instagram terms of use specifically bar such damages. Additionally, the plaintiff has not produced evidence to us that they lost $5,000 for each of the accounts, and the plaintiff seems to ultimately be seeking an arbitrary monetary amount for having his accounts rightly disabled. And just to tie it all up, Meta's its own private company with its own enforcement policies, and when you sign up for Instagram, you're agreeing to the terms of service, the terms of use, where you know that you have to abide by our guidelines. And given that the plaintiff did not abide by our guidelines, the accounts were rightly disabled.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Vasquez.
Straightforward.
One follow-up question for you. So just so I get the timeline right here. So it sounds like Mr. Hassan engaged. So I'm looking at section 6 of the terms of use. It's on page 6, I believe, of Exhibit A.
Oh, it's not. This isn't the terms of service. There's two different things. There's terms of service. There's terms of use. And within those terms of service, we'll probably have the terms of use. I know what terms of service states. You out of luck. You're out of luck, Chuck. There, I read it. That's right, Elfie. Love that. You out of luck, Chuck. Sorry. Go take your party somewhere else.
And it outlines that it says there in the first paragraph, if you believe your account has been terminated in error, or you want to disable or you want to disable or permanently delete an account, consult Help Center. And then, so is there a if an account gets disabled and somebody wants to dispute that deletion, I understand apart from the arbitration clause, and I know there's a carve out for small claims. Is there a dispute process like through the Help Center that folks use?
We do have an appeal process in place. Usually when accounts are rightfully disabled, they're not going to get much help from the Help Center if our review proves that that the disablement was justified. But there is an appeal dispute that people can use.
Okay. And did Mr. Hassan use that process in this case? Are you aware of?
I'm not aware of that. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know, is that part of your exhibits where that it's talked about that there's that internal appeal process?
I don't believe so. I don't believe that it's a part of our own exhibits.
Okay. And I don't expect I would be if he didn't utilize.
Hey, you're going over on MG? Thanks, Shizzy. I'll see you over there, most definitely. So I'm curious about this whole thing. Is this one of those damnable things where, you know, it makes me wonder what happened with Lips and Chip's show or whatever the hell that was. Do you think that she removed it, or do you think YouTube removed it and just disabled it? Didn't she get like some sort of, you know, ban or something like that for a period of time, and then it was under review and they found that her stuff was a little more than cringe, and they might have come in and delete it, or did she actually delete it? Because I don't trust what the fleas say at all. They say, oh, she removed it, YouTube removed it. Is that what happened? YouTube deleted her channel? Yeah, see, nobody knows. Easiest way not to have an account disabled is don't break the rules. I've never had any account disabled. Oh, I think I did have my original Facebook account. I think I had it disabled because I didn't respond to them ever. I mean, I had a Facebook account and it was there for, I don't know, years. And then one day I got like an email message that said, if you want to still keep your Facebook account and save all your stuff. And I went in and just was like, nope, I really don't care. That was my own personal account. So, I mean, I think it got disabled and I could probably get it back up again if I just responded to them. But I mean, they did like a mass cleansing or something like that of Facebook a few years back. And I just never responded to it. I was like, I don't care. Go ahead. I don't use it, which the only time that I use Facebook is for this channel. That's it. That's the only thing I use it for. As far as Lips goes, I think she got her channel like demonetized and banned, and they basically came in and were just like, yeah, you've got some stuff in here that is breaking all terms of service. You know, could be. We'll see.
It's in my exhibits, Your Honor.
It is?
Yep, it's under exhibits for
disabled, but my account isn't.
4A through 4A-5. Multiple appeal attempts. In fact, 5 cases in total.
Oh, those were the appeal attempts.
Yep. Each with a different case number.
And they said, nope.
And what was the result of those appeals?
They basically weren't on a, like I said, they just basically told me they're reviewed by AI systems and they couldn't do anything.
You know what would be funny? If I had to guess, is your original account was MySpace. Mine was MySpace. No, I was never on MySpace. I don't think I was. I might have been there at one point in time, but no, I wasn't really using any sort of, I mean, shit, I think the first time that I ever actually used email would have been somewhere in the mid 90s, somewhere around in there. I mean, I wasn't active on computers at all. I was touring, and that wasn't something that we actually really used. Everything was pretty much, phone calls or text or pager. Yeah, I had a pager. That's how I interacted with people. That was back in the day. I mean, but of course at that point in time you could get like a pager for like just a couple of bucks a month, and people could text you and then you could pull over, somewhere and use a payphone. So you always had quarters with you. Yeah, that's what I remember having to do. That's how I get in touch with people. I see my family and friends post from New Zealand, but don't really post. Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes.
About it, because when the first time I appealed it, my account was basically said that this is final decision 2 hours later. Mm-hmm. Within 2 hours, that decision was final.
Okay. So, so Mr. Hassan, okay, thank you for that. So back to you. I have a couple of questions for you.
Sure.
So the claim here is I'm going to focus on it being grounded in a contract. I understand You're making sort of some larger claims about procedural fairness and things of that nature. What I need to do though is this is small claims court, and the $10,000 you're requesting need to be grounded in a claim that there's a breach of contract, and the contract at issue here is that terms of use. And so a couple of questions for you.
Sure.
Did you read the terms of use? How do I say this?
So you went through. So you went through the appeal process, and those appeals were denied.
Mm-hmm. Without ever got to get an explanation why the accounts were disabled.
Right. Okay. Do you have any response to Ms. Vasquez's position there that as part of the terms of use, you are sort of disclaiming the types of profits that you're seeking, that you're not getting by getting the claim?
One thing that she mentioned.
Oh, and Rob Pate says pre-Facebook there was a place called Groups. See, I wouldn't have known that. I don't know. See, I never really paid a whole lot of attention to those spaces. And it was because they seemed a little weird. You know what I mean? Like sort of like, oh, okay. Like there's people out there, like I guess message boards and stuff like that. I just wasn't doing that kind of stuff. I know that a lot of other people were. I had a friend of mine that was a hacker. I mean, like back in the day, like serious hacker. Like he got put in prison for it because he did some pretty bad stuff, which I was just like, dude, I'm like, what are you thinking? I mean, I didn't know. I just knew that he did computer stuff. I thought he did more graphic design. And I think at some point in time he decided to hack something that he wasn't supposed to hack, and that got him in all kinds of trouble. I think that's what sort of put me off from doing, the whole kind of stuff like that on the interwebs. It's because I was more worried about losing, my ability to be free. Send a super chat. Tell Shizzy what kind of gifts you want him to buy and try for me. What are you talking about? Some weird hats or something? There was also a place called IRC. Yeah. That's right, Gwen. There was. The lunar is endless.
Is that she herself acknowledged this was a parody account. She said that anybody that would see this account would notice it's a parody account. they're using the justification that just because I did not label it on
Right.
there.
So I want to stop you there. So, and I understand this can be splitting hairs maybe a little bit. This is not, I don't want to get into whether the accounts were correctly or incorrectly disabled because, you know, that it sounds like there is an internal process for Meta platforms to review those and go through that process. What I'm focused more on is, again, that this contract where part of signing up for the service is disclaiming certain types of.
Gwen fell asleep at the computer. Doggone it, Gwen. That's from my cat.
Damages, including lost profits. And so that's to be honest, that's a part that I'm focused on here, looking at this as a contractual dispute. And so I understand you're saying you think that Meta made the incorrect decision on terminating your accounts, even if that's true. Do you have any response though to the idea that as part of signing up for the service, you signed a terms of use or agreed to as terms of use that disclaims liability for lost profits, even if it's wrongfully terminated? Do you have any response to that?
I do. Basically, the arbitration clause states that they have to do it within a consistent manner, and they did not do it in a consistent manner there. So the arbitration clause regarding the $100 settlement, there's not a matter at that point there.
So that's where you're saying because they do this inconsistently in your view.
Correct.
They've sort of violated they violated the contract by not doing this consistently.
Which is the reason why I submitted Exhibit 12 in countering to her response basically about the head coach there, because she said that the accounts have to specifically state on there that they're parody accounts. There's Exhibit 12, if you look at on that is a person claiming to be a paternal twin of Kendall Jenner. That's a parody account. Right. Why is that account with 1.2 million people not banned? Mm-hmm. If that's their legal basis, why is that an account? Because it's a verified.
I like that look she gave, like okay,
signature account by a comedian, but it should still state on there that this is a parody account. So why would you target me, not target them?
If you have it, I know you've got a lot of exhibits.
Yeah.
The consistency sort of in enforcement. Are you able to point me to that in the contract?
Let's see here.
And if it helps, I think you may be circling around 7.4 of the terms of use, how we will handle disputes. That's at least Meta's Exhibit A at 8. I think we're not in the arbitration clause.
Correct.
To be clear.
All right.
Just ban one and leave the other two.
So
This
again,
guy's
what I'm having
rambling.
trouble getting past, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that appears to be the basis of your request is loss of the potential monetization.
Yeah.
You would have to demonstrate step removed even from if you were making money from your followers and the account was deleted, you know, that's lost profit. I think.
Yeah, don't care.
And my response to that is based on the contract, you've agreed to hold Meta harmless for lost profits.
My voice to text sometimes auto activates. The next thing I know, I just sent a long DM from TV or YouTube. Yeah, yep. Imagine if you're watching like Silence of the Lambs or something. If it does that, if your text to speech all of a sudden fires off. It's some line from Silence of the Lambs. Oh, that would be hilarious.
And so on that basis, I don't think there's been a breach of a contract here entitling you to $10,000 for lost profits. All right. Do you have any questions, sir?
No.
Any questions, Ms. Vasquez?
Nope.
Nope. Can I go? Because this was a waste of my damn time. And also, thank you, Rob Pate, for the $5 super chat. Is this BBB's brother from another mother? Probably Paint Chips. Could be Paint Chips' brother from another mother. You never know. These guys are one of a kind. Crazy. This next one might be a little bit disturbing. This one, just be aware, this is crazy as all get out. I saw this one and I was like, you've got, wait till he gets their legal bill for this case. No, and more than likely he isn't going to have to pay any court costs. It's small claims, and they'll just be like, yeah, this is low crap on the totem pole, and we're just moving on with our life, because it would. What are they going to get out of it? Anything? Apparently, they're not going to get anything out of this guy. So, what's the point of even bothering? You just move on. It would take more time to file garbage and just be done with the guy. That's what I would do. Just be like, oh, yeah.
She's not a victim. And I hate saying that, because she gets up here and she reads this letter. That letter, she almost didn't even look down. She had it memorized.
All right. We are set for pre-trial conference this morning. A jury trial has been scheduled to begin January the 6th. Announcements, Mr. Watts.
Your Honor, I've discussed the matter with my client. He has decided he wishes to accept the state's offer. The state would amend count 1 to an attempt, making it a level 6 person felony, dismiss the second count. At time,
I like this attorney's little sign back here. Keep calm and carry. I was like, I like this guy already.
of sentencing, Your Honor, the parties would follow the presumption and recommend the low end of the appropriate box. My client, in fact, after his Sedgwick County cases, is certain he will be an A on the grid at time of sentencing.
All right, so no contest plea to amended count 1, attempted blackmail, level 6 person felony?
Yes, sir.
All right, and are there any special recommendations that will be made at the time of sentencing regarding this plea?
Judge, as I said, the low end of the appropriate box, we're going to ask that this case run concurrent to his Sedgwick County case. I don't believe there's any legal reason why that cannot be done. He's already serving a significant prison time as a result of the Sedgwick County matter.
Ms. Norris, is that your understanding of will be recommended at the time of sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, that is correct.
All right, so it's not your thought that he was being supervised on the other case at the time that this one occurred? It's fairly old fact scenario.
And Your Honor, no, the Sedgwick County case in this case happened around the same time frame. And I don't believe that he was on supervision for, well, certainly not that case, but any other that I'm aware of.
All right, and Mr. White, you've heard the plea agreement that's been announced, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you wish to enter a no contest plea to amended count 1, attempted blackmail, in exchange for dismissal of counts 2 and 3?
Yes, Your Honor.
A level 6 felony carries a sentencing range of between 17 months and 46 months in prison. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Keeping in mind the matters we have discussed, is it still your wish to plead no contest and accept conviction for this level 6 person felony?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, I gotta do this. I made this the other day, and it's got my blonde streak in. See, we'll bring it up so you guys can see. Got my blonde streak. Isn't that a problem now? You're not supposed to have one, but well, I've got one right there. Thank you, Megan Fox, for the makeover. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it.
All right, Ms. Norris, could you please provide a factual basis?
Hey, Max.
Yes, Your Honor. On or about June 28th of 2021 in Andover, Butler County, Kansas, the defendant did attempt to gain basically compel contact by Christy Lynn Hannon. They had been in a dating relationship prior to, and defendant did repeatedly message her and was threatening to disseminate videos and photographs of a sexual nature and basically was threatening to send those to specific friends and family members if she did not make contact. And at that time, there was a PFA in effect limiting defendant's contact with Miss Hannon.
So basically,
Will
she
that
had a
be
protective
sufficient
order
for the
against
court
him.
regarding count 1, attempted blackmail level 6 person felony?
I believe it does. Mr. Watts, any comment regarding the factual basis?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. White, the court finds that you are alert and intelligent, that you understand the nature of the charges and appreciate the consequences of pleading no contest. I further find that you understand the rights you're giving up by pleading no contest and that the facts of the case are sufficient for a finding of guilt. I further find your decision to plead no contest has been freely and voluntarily given after having received the advice of counsel. I will therefore find you guilty of amended count 1, attempted blackmail, a level 6 person felony. Ms. Norris, is the state dismissing counts 2 and 3 at this time?
Yes, Your Honor, the state would move to dismiss at this point the counts 2 and 3.
I am going to order a pre-sentence investigation report. We need to schedule a sentencing hearing at least 8 weeks out.
Judge, March 23rd at 1:15.
All right, we'll set a sentencing date for March 23rd at 1:15. All right, Mr. White.
Now, you have to remember that this was back in December that they set a date for March 23rd. And if you know anything about Old Squishy writes all this stuff down, has a nice little pad, a whole spreadsheet of when these cases are going to be coming up. So you're just getting some background on this particular case. Thank you again, Old Squishy's Gardener.
Do you have any questions?
No, sir. Merry Christmas.
All right, you as well. Good afternoon. All right, we'll go on the record. This is in the District Court of Butler County, Kansas. Case is entitled State of Kansas versus Joshua Aaron White. All right, we're scheduled today for a sentencing hearing.
The court know that the victim is present and does wish to address the court as part of the sentencing process.
Last year, there was a plea of no contest to 1 count of attempted blackmail, a level 6 person felony. The court did order a PSI at that time. I have received the PSI indicating a criminal history score of A. Ms. Norris, is there any objection to the criminal history score?
No, Your Honor, that is as we expected.
All right, and Mr. Watts, any objection to the criminal history score?
No, Your Honor.
This is a presumptive prison case. There are no special rules that apply. I don't see any departure motions have been filed. Is that correct, counsel?
That's correct, Your Honor. The recommendations, the parties would recommend this run concurrent with his current time. I will tell the court his current out date is in 2045.
State would be recommending the mitigated.
Wow, he is not going to be out of prison until 2045. Nicotine needed.
Box of the mitigated end of the box, which is 40 months in the Department of Corrections.
All right, Mr. Watts, your recommendations?
Your Honor, we join the recommendation of the state. We are in keeping with the plea agreement. We believe they're appropriate here.
All right, thank you, Mr. Watts. All right, the victim in this case, Ms. Hannon, do you wish to address the court?
So, yeah, I would like to
state your name for the record, please.
Christy Hannon.
Okay, and you wish to make a statement?
Yeah, I have a victim impact statement I'd like to read.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Come on,
So,
Chrissy.
Your Honor, my name is Christy Hannon, and I am here today as the victim in this case. For more than a decade, my life was shaped by fear, control, manipulation, and abuse. What happened was not just moments in time. It was years of emotional trauma, stalking, intimidation, and blackmail that affected every part of my life. I lived in constant fear for my safety and for the safety of my children. I questioned my worth, my strength, and even my ability to survive. The abuse did not end when the relationship ended. The stalking, the threats, and attempts to control me continued stealing my peace, my sense of security, and years of my life that I can never get back. Because of this abuse, I have carried anxiety, trauma, and emotional scars that no one can see. I've had to rebuild my life piece by piece, learning how to feel safe again, how to trust again, and how to believe in my own voice again. I have lived with the lasting impact of choices that I did not make but was forced to endure. But today I'm not here only as just a victim. I'm here as a survivor. I have fought to protect my children. I fought to rebuild my life. I fought to become the woman I am today. I am strong, resilient, and determined that this abuse would not define the rest of my story. What I want the court to understand is that domestic violence, along with blackmail and stalking, is not just physical harm. It is power and control. It is a fear that follows you long after visible wounds are gone. It is years of healing from damage that should have never happened, and accountability matters, not just for me, but for every victim who's afraid to speak up. Your Honor, I ask the court to consider the seriousness of these actions and the lasting impact they have had on my life when determining sentencing. Blackmail against an abuse victim is especially cruel. It is another form of power and control that keeps a survivor trapped in fear and silence. It takes someone who is already wounded and threatens their safety, reputation, and stability in order to maintain dominance over them. The emotional damage of living under that kind of threat is profound and long-lasting. No survivor should ever have to live in fear of being manipulated or exposed simply for trying to escape their abuser. Because of the severity and lasting impact of these crimes, I respectfully ask the court to impose the highest sentence allowed by the law. This request is not made out of hatred or revenge, but out of the need for justice and accountability and protection, both for myself and for others who could be harmed in the future. I am sure that you have reviewed.
This guy is leaning right into the camera. Just, he is so pissed right now. Yeah, and this is the thing. Her impact statement, and I have not had that conversation with Shara. But I think this is some of what she's having to go through with the amount of crap that the anti-Hales are pushing on her. She was a big supporter of seeking justice, and whenever she found out that she was being manipulated, lied to, that she was being used, that, from what I've seen, it doesn't look like that's stopped. And they're still continuing on with it. And, my heart goes out to Shara, because she's dealing with, a group of people that are going to do everything they can to come at her and take her down. And that right there is the kind of crap that should not continue on. Whenever she has to go to what's going on with Shara's channel, I don't know. We'll see. From what I know is that she's got a strike on her channel for what they believe that it may be AI or something like that. So she's trying to get all that straightened out. And from what I understand is the amount of crap that is coming her way, the intimidation that they're trying to do, the kind of bullshit that they're trying to push on her, and she is not going to tolerate their bullshit. And good for her. And I reached out to her and said, if she needs anything, to feel free to reach out. Let me know if you need anything that I can do for you, because this kind of attitude that these people have is to go after you, go after your family. They make threats. You saw what they did with Tina. You saw what they did with anybody that goes against them. That is their modus operandi. They're going after Tug. They're going after Coop. They're going after Jeremy. They're going after anybody they can strike out at because they hate being wrong. And both Yamaha and I talked about this before. Whenever these folks start losing, you will see them ramp things up. They will ramp it up 1,000-fold, and they will get meaner and meaner and meaner. Be careful. Careful in dealing with them. I like, Christy, you tell them exactly what everybody's thinking.
The defendant's PSI report, and you can see this is not just an isolated incident. The defendant has a long criminal history and up until recently was always given minimum accountability for his crimes by the criminal justice system.
Mm-hmm.
A strong sentence, a clear message that domestic violence, stalking, and blackmail will be taken seriously and will not be tolerated needs to happen. As a victim, when you listen to the plea and sentencing negotiations recommended by the DA and the defense counsel, it feels as if the victim doesn't matter when the recommendation is the lower end of the sentencing grid. Victims receive a lifelong emotional sentence that needs to be taken into consideration. And these are not private matters. They are crimes that change lives forever, and a minimum sentence on the sentencing grid is not appropriate. Therefore, again, I am requesting that you impose the highest sentence that you are allowed to by law. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Ms. Hannon. All right. Mr. White, is there anything that you would like to say before the court pronounces sentence?
Your Honor, I would love to just say that what I'm going through and the things that's happening to me through all this is, and she sits here and she gets to read this victim statement, and I'm sorry that she feels the way she does. We've been in a relationship for a long time, a long time. She's been in love with me since she was a child, 13-year-old child. We've been dating, having sex since that time. And she
Ooh. Do it back to there as they double down. Oh, yeah. He just said that. Hey, Nine Chickens. Good to see you.
comes on here and acts like she said it herself, revenge. And this is exactly what she's already piled years on me. And we've been battling with these same cases since 2019, and she stacked them high. She went to Sedgwick County and read the same report. And they gave me the sentence because I went to trial to stand up for my rights because I'm an innocent person. I didn't do some of these things. Some of them I did. Some of these I did, but not the ones that carry the most weight. And I'm in here fighting myself. And now I have no jail credit for this case. And I understand that. It doesn't make it right, but I've been battling this same case, this same stuff since 2019. She waits until I get charged in Sedgwick County and then stacks these on top of me too. If I beat these, I'm going to do 4 years from today. If I beat these other charges in Sedgwick County, I still got to do 40 months. 40 months. Whenever I beat the Sedgwick County stuff, because I have a lot of things for my favor, because she's not a victim. And I hate saying that because she gets up here and she reads this letter.
Rob Payton. Absolutely. Yeah, he should keep talking. His lawyer has the "we're screwed" look. Yeah. Yeah. Throw the book, Your Honor. Yeah, I don't think he's helping himself. No, and he's probably ticked off because he's sitting there going, man, I'm supposed to be able to control this person. And this is the same kind of shit that you will see from the anti-Hales crowd over there. You will see this same kind of behavior whenever the other shoe drops. Whenever they're actually getting hauled off to jail for the behavior that they've done, the lying in federal court, lying in affidavits, the lies that they've told people, the defamation, all that crap. Whenever that other shoe drops, You're going to say him crying, oh, it was foul play. It's all stacked against me. You're going to hear the same sob story that this guy is telling, because that is how they behave. That is how they behave. They think that they're in the right for being abusive and cruel and mean and spiteful, for making threats against people. We're talking everything from death threats to just physical bodily harm. And they think that they're okay doing it. They think that they're in the right, just like this guy does.
That letter, she almost didn't even look down. She had it memorized. She's good at it. She's been great at it. But not everything that I've done is true. I didn't do all these things. This stuff here, this is basically, if you go read my Sedgwick County case and this Butler County case, there's a lot of similarities to the same thing. It's the same criminal case. It's the same crimes. But I'm sitting here in Lansing Correctional Facility for something I didn't do, because if I wouldn't have got charged with that big thing, taking it to trial, fighting for my life like an innocent man should, I wouldn't be here. I hate where I'm at. I'm physically just, I hate it. This place is awful. I don't recommend it for no one at all. She's done this to me out of revenge.
See you tomorrow, Cheryl.
Out of being sad from me being with another woman. And this other woman's in this court today. She's watching, thank God. But I asked for some kind of leniency, some kind of time. And they're going to start my time today, even though I've been battling this for years, since 2019 and
yeah, cry me a story, because they've looked at your criminal history, and your criminal history is extensive. I mean, maybe one of you guys know about these criminal scores, but A sounds like it's pretty much up there. Like he is one of those that as soon as he gets out, he's going to repeat the same. And little farts to ease it. There you go. It seems that he is going to go right back to doing the same thing. I mean, one example is look at the way Paint Chips behaves. He does the same exact thing. He writes inflammatory things. He goes after people. He goes after their spouses. He goes after their family members. He goes after anybody that's associated with them. And then as soon as he gets called out on it, he starts crying. Oh, woe is me. Woe is me. Why are they being so mean to me? They're targeting me. This is the behavior that these people have. They are so full of themselves. Not against all rugs, just hard stuff.
I don't want to take what she says and act like I don't understand who she is, because I know her very well and she knows me very well. I'm sorry that she feels so much hatred towards me and revenge to just get here and talk like this. And she's very believable. It's sad. I'm here, she's there. And I never in a million years would think I would be somewhere where I'm at for something I didn't do, but here I am. And now I'm getting piled on again. I guess you asked me if I had one thing to say. I would love to say, I apologize for all the bad things that me and her went through, for her to feel so much hatred and want revenge and want these things from me, and say that she's this horrible victim and she had to keep her kids. I raised her children. Her children grew up to be good kids because of me. Her kids were awful when I came around, and I'm not want to talk about the children. But the way that she was as a parent, she would be awful, awful. I mean, she smoked cigarettes in her house with her children, and I didn't allow that around my kids when they came over. She was just, that's minimal. That's minimal. Picking. We could do this all day. But here she is filing charges on me, and they're sticking. But I'd love to apologize to the courts for this all going through this. And the time's on me, not her. This has nothing to do with her. She's had to write this victim statement and type it up. She had to.
This is all about me. This isn't about her. She was the victim. This isn't about her. Wow. That this judge is remaining stoic, I am so surprised. He is just letting this guy go off. He has heard this before, I guarantee it. You can tell that he is pissed off I mean, this is a man with deep down seated hatred. It's all her fault. It's the things that she did that put me here, not the things that he did that he's been found guilty for. He sounds like an opera singer warming up. Me.
Memorize. She didn't have to look down. I know who she is. I pray to God every day that I get out of this situation so I can move on with my life, because I'm the one in prison. I'm the one that has to do the time. And and it's for something I didn't do. It's phone harassment or messaging her, talking to her, or something like that. Blackmail. What was the blackmail?
Here's the thing. Don't call her. Don't message her. Don't see her. Don't say anything to her. Move on with your life. You had that opportunity, and apparently that didn't work. And in front of the judge. Scary. Yeah. But he actually thinks he's in the right. That's the worst part about it. He still thinks that he's in the right.
I got all the charges, but did you read the facts of these things? And it's like, how, but I guess maybe I shouldn't talk because I have a lot of built up time to think here. You know what I mean? It's all I got here. It's all I can do is think. And I look around, I wake up and I live in a bathroom with another man. And I know that's not your guys' issues, but she's piled it on enough for me. And I don't feel 40 months is fair. I really don't. But then again, if you don't like the plea and you give me more, please don't do that. But I would love some time credit. And I know I'm not probably going to get that. That's what I'm asking is maybe a little time, because I've been in Sedgwick County Jail from 2021 until now, battling this same stuff. I mean, it's basically just changed 20 miles from Sedgwick County on Maine to Butler County on Maine, or wherever you guys are at. But I'm sorry. Thank you. And that's all I have.
All right. Thank you, Mr. White. All right, Mr. White, for the primary offense of attempted blackmail, a level 6 person felony with your criminal history score of A, I'm going to sentence you to the aggravated term of 46 months with the Department of Corrections. I understand the plea agreement anticipated 40 months, but I don't think this situation warrants a mitigated sentence. In fact, warrants the aggravated sentence. So that's what the court is imposing. You are eligible for 15% good time credit and are subject to 24 months post-release supervision. There is no jail credit attributed to this case, so none will be awarded. I am going to order you pay the court costs in the case. I'm not sure if this is an expungible offense, but at the appropriate time, if you wish to consider expungement, you may look into that. You do have a right to appeal this sentence. If you choose to appeal, you have 14 days from today's date. If you can't afford an attorney to do an appeal, one will be appointed for you. Ms. Norris, are there any sentencing related orders that the court has not addressed?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Mr. Watts?
No, Your Honor.
As the court stated earlier, there are no special rules that apply in this case. All right. If there's nothing further, the court will be in recess.
Man. Well, that right there would definitely, he's going to have court-ordered supervision. Like that's the thing. He is going to probably be in a halfway house whenever he gets out. Beware revenge in 5 years. I don't know if it's being added on to his sentence because it sounded like he was getting out in 2046. So it sounds like this was just going to be added on to his sentence. 40 months. Yeah, I think added on to his sentence, which puts him out in, yeah. For his bad behavior, you know, and this is a little more what these judges should be doing. Yeah, he's stuck in there until 2046, and just basically saying this guy is a shit. But speaking of shits, old Jimmy. You're going to love Jimmy here. Jimmy Howard. He's an interesting cat. And this will be the last one for tonight, unless you guys got something new you want to talk about.
All right. And we do have Jimmy Ray Howard, I believe. Good morning, Mr. Howard.
Ray
Can you hear
Howard.
us?
I object. It sounds like court's trying to subject me to your jurisdiction. Is this a court of record?
So, Mr. Howard, this is 86th District Court. It's the time and place for an arraignment in case 26-5132 SM. You're zooming in with us this morning. Also zooming with us is Defense Attorney Roberts. She comes to us through the Indigent Defense Council, and she's here to assist with the arraignment process. We also have Assistant Prosecutor Ms. Wandmacher zooming in with us.
I never gave consent to have any attorney appointed to speak for me.
He's not
Anyway.
appointed to speak with you, sir. She's sitting in with us. She is here to assist if you are interested in speaking with her,
Stop
but you
zooming, I'm
certainly
gonna
do not have to.
Okay, well, this is a court of record, correct?
Yes.
Okay, one to UCC 1-103 and UCC 1-308. I reserve all my rights at all times, and I waive none ever. I'm here by special appearance only, not generally, under threat, duress, or coercion as authorized representative in this tax court.
Yes, it is, Wolfgang.
Okay, so sir, you're reading from the Uniform Commercial Code, which has nothing to do with criminal law. You also just mentioned tax code. So I don't know if you don't want my assistance, that's fine. But everything you just read has nothing to do with what you're here for this morning.
Damn.
I move to court to take judicial notice of 28 USC.
Okay, Mr. Howard, I need you to stop talking. This is the time and place for an arraignment.
She did that so smooth. She was like, that has to do with commercial code. And the other one you're quoting has to do with taxes. Like, stop. Stop now. She just owned him in like just seconds flat.
On an alleged operating without security, operating without a license, operating an unregistered vehicle. And I don't want any games. I just want to move on with this. So let's see here. I also need you to report to the Antrim County Jail to get your fingerprints taken. So we're going to have to work that into the schedule. But as far as the allegations in this complaint, Mr. Howard, would you like to stand mute?
I would suggest yes.
I'd like to move for dismissal. No process.
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
Lack of jurisdiction.
It's not going to happen.
That's not something that we would do here at the arraignment. So what I can do is
Love these sob idiots.
ask the court to enter a not guilty plea, that you stand mute, and we can set it for a pretrial. Do you want to be screened for a court-appointed attorney, or would you like to operate in pro per and represent yourself?
I'm going to represent myself.
Very good. I have a mailing address of 1950 Alden Highway. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. Do you have an email you'd like to list with the court?
No, ma'am. I want to put on the record I do not consent to any of this.
Okay. Duly noted. The next step in the process is going to be a pretrial conference on April 15th at 8 a.m. That will be in person at the courthouse here in Bel Air, and we'll mail another notice to appear to you. You weren't arrested, but I do have to set a bond. I'm going to set it at a $500 personal recognizance bond. So you don't have to post any money today, but I would ask that you not operate any motor vehicles without proper license, registration, and insurance through the state of Michigan, and that you remain respectful of all court staff, service and care providers, and obey all lawful commands. I appreciate you being here this morning, and please don't forget to get
He
your
won't
fingerprints taken. If you'd like, You can do that this afternoon, or if you want to make one trip and do that on the 15th, we could accommodate that as well. Thank you for being here. And if you don't have anything further, you are free to leave the meeting.
He got shut down so quick. That look on her eyes was like, woo! Green cup, no straw. And thank you again for Old Squishy Gardner, because you know he does great work on this stuff. I mean, it is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, and I'm sure that the fleas are probably losing their mind right now. They're freaking out over being mocked on a regular basis, like they should be, for their stupidity. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be on in the early afternoon with Megan Fox. It's going to be a beautiful time. I should be showing up there. I believe it's at 6 tomorrow. I think that's right. I believe it's at 6 Eastern. And I will see you guys most definitely then. Until then, you guys have a good night, and I'll see you possibly over at MG's. I might jump over there for a little bit and give him a hard time. Thanks again, you guys. You have been absolutely charming. And I also thank every single one of my new members that have come in here. Also, thank you again for the super chats. They do support the channel a whole lot. And again, Rob Pate, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Rob Pate. That is the absolute kindest right there. Also, Miss Divine for becoming a new member over here. Thank you. Also, you are absolutely wonderful, and we do appreciate every single bit of that. Also, Calvin Stover, who's been here 9 months. Oh my gosh. Knock it off, Lurk. Thank you. Thank you very much. Just checking in, Shizzy. You're getting frisky. I like it. I like it. We're having an absolute blast over here. And I know there was a couple others in here. Rob Pate also with a $5. That Felicia tree is one damn strong tree, holding up all that extra anti-hail's weight. It is. It's just a small shrub. They're the poo around it. Emma Washington also been here for 14 months. It's so beautiful. And Wes and Bama has been here for 11 months. And Cynthia Firefighter has been here for 2 years. And Cynthia, I know I saw it in here. I might have passed by it maybe more than once. Also, Venom got a birthday stream coming up. Thank you very much. You guys are absolutely wonderful. We will see you on the other side. Peace.
Breaking news or whatever. They're on another one. Gang, gang. Yeah. Gang, gang, emergency Zoom film at 11. Same 5 goons, same deranged obsession. This changes everything. Bro, it's page 47 of emotion they skin while half watching Yellowstone. Gang, gang. Squinting at 8-point font like detectives. Zoom so far and the pixels are screaming for mercy. Look at this, timestamps 2020, 22, my God. But they're yelling it like they just cracked Watergate. High five. Mike's been muted for 20 minutes, still barking. Circular logic, so a lot of time to seem impressive. Trust the plan, this is massive. Nah, fam, it's boilerplate and it's mid at best. Gang, gang. Self-appointed outrage squad patting each other like they personally ended corruption. Gang. Dropping bombshell tea that's been sitting in peace since breakfast. Gang, gang. Moral high ground speed run, they'll flip the script the second it's convenient. Gang. Same PowerPoint presentation, new day, same brain dead narration. Gang, gang. We're not obsessed, we're just passionate. 3-hour living yesterday's hoodie passion in my ass. Why is he even breathing right now? Says the guy refreshing notifications every 14 seconds. Gang, gang. Playing lawyer on God mode, reading comprehension. Stuck in elementary, confidence in the stratosphere. Case dismissed. They screaming to the void. Motion still pending, but go off, I guess. Disagree?
Obviously a paid shill. Actually read the file in deep state plan. Laugh at them, you're clearly compromised too. Exist in the same zip code. Suspicious behavior, notify the group chat.
Tighter circle, smaller brain. Echo chamber finally running out of oxygen. Gang, gang. Yeah. Gang, gang, acting the actual judge like it's group chat. Replay all meltdowns, labeled just asking questions. Got warned by the core once, that was a suggestion. Still get it the same dumb screed like it's strictly trash talk. Gang, gang, we're above all this drama. While screenshotting, they on meltdown for content. Preaching peace and love while actively baiting bears. And fake shock when the bear finally bites back. How could this happen? Gang, gang, synchronized tantrum hours. 5 tabs open, all the same screenshot. Different zoom levels, gang, gang. Premature victory lap over legal language, still can't pause. Standing 10 toes on business until tomorrow's violence and I'm scrambling again. Hype the claim to the moon, then ghost the chat when it ages like milk. Gang, gang. Gang, gang, gang. Refresh, refresh. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. See y'all same time tomorrow. Don't be late.
Peace, y'all.